We didn't even coordinate this. Thanks for the warm welcome, Chaz. I'm excited. This is a great opportunity. Our executive producer, Troy, let me out of the control room for once. And hey, there's no place I'd honestly rather be than right here behind the anchor desk with you, talking ASU sports at one of the craziest times to follow this school. I don't know about that. I might be able to upset Eliav for this anchor spot, but we're going to have to wait and see. Seriously, though, what a weekend it was for college football. With upsets across the country, ASU closed things out on Saturday night on ESPN with some exciting Pac-12 After Dark action. WCSN's finest Carly Mathias was there to capture the historic game. Great stuff, guys. Thanks. Now we bring in WCSN soccer insider Jose Liriano to talk about the Sun Devil soccer program. Jose, thanks for coming on. You got the gray suit, pink tie memo, and you're making your CSL debut. Glad to have you here.
Appreciate it.
Now, to start things off, the soccer team's really struggling. They're losers of 4 in a row. The most recent loss came up in Eugene against Oregon. What went wrong for the Sun Devils in that game? Now, one of the things fans might have noticed is that there were a couple of familiar faces not on the pitch. Goalkeeper Nikki Panis was out with an injury, and Angela Boyle couldn't play in the game because in the USC game, she received a red card. What kind of an impact did their absence have on the game in Oregon? Now, like I said earlier, the Sun Devils are currently riding a 4-game losing streak. The team plays in Colorado and Utah this weekend. Who are 1 or 2 players that the Sun Devils can expect to make an impact and potentially turn the tides for this team? To stay up to date with the rest of Jose's content and the entire WCSN soccer coverage team, head over to CronkiteSports.com. We now move from one ASU sport that's struggling to another. The Sun Devil volleyball program are losers of 8 in a row, dating back to their conference opener against Arizona. This past weekend, they lost to Utah, and while they lost, WCSN's coverage did not stop. Our very own Mason Kern and Alex Gall were there to break it all down. Then I was going to say, I don't think many people expected them to win, so really whatever happens at the cost of that one, I think the team will take. I mean, number 5 team in the country, Washington, that's not bad. Perfect example of who Tracy Smith is, his personality, and honestly, this is the kind of tweet that I think people should see when they want to know what Skip's Twitter game is like. Does it always have to do with something? Not really. Not always a correlation. Usually has to do with ASU. Usually has to do with ASU baseball, but not always a correlation. What do you think, Chaz? I don't know. I like the tweets. Great stuff, Rob. Thank you for coming on. We appreciate it as always. One of the newest and hottest teams on campus is the ASU women's hockey team. In their second season as a program, they've already topped their win total from last year after just 6 games. The roster features players from Pennsylvania to Bakersfield and all across the Phoenix Valley. The team is the top goalie in the country and a roster of players dedicated to providing an opportunity for women to play collegiate hockey on the West Coast. To introduce you to some of the players you might not know, we're bringing back the Ring of Fire, and we threw the girls of the ASU women's hockey team straight in. No, like you said, honestly, the ASU defense, that was the best they've looked in years. Like you talked about, one of the top offenses in the country in Washington, and that's very not what the ASU defenses looked like at all this year, especially in years past. So, no, I have to agree with you about the fact that really the defense was what allowed ASU to win this game, and hands down the best part. Now, I'll turn things over to the second question. We already looked at it a little earlier in the show with both volleyball and soccer. The 2 teams have really been struggling as of late. My question is, who's the next team to win? Personally, I think it's going to be soccer. The team already has 1 win in Pac-12 play, and the next teams that they're playing in Colorado and Utah haven't experienced much success. They're towards the bottom of the standings, so I think that favors the soccer team over the volleyball team. Okay, that's fair. Now, you're probably going to know what I'm going to pick. I'm going to go with ASU head baseball coach Tracy Smith. We saw the tweet from Rob earlier, and there is no one better on Twitter at ASU than Tracy Smith. Come at me if you disagree. But honestly, Skip's game on Twitter is fantastic. He has the creative tweets, he has the funny tweets, he has the smart tweets, and I think he'd stick up for me if there were some people harassing me. I don't know. Hey!
Okay, there you go. You won, man. Go ahead.
Neato. Good stuff. You know, it's interesting. On this day in 2013, ASU's D1 club hockey team was 9-0, beginning a run of what would later become a national championship season. They had already experienced success at the club level, but without the money for an NCAA team, they were just that, a club team. After winning the national championship in early 2014, the program was soon on the fast track to making the move to the NCAA. Now in their second full season at that level, they're attracting top recruits from all around the country and even the world to play at Oceanside Ice Arena. 4 years ago, there was no thought of women playing hockey collegiately on the West Coast. Now in just their second season as a program, they're receiving votes for the ACHA rankings. Not only that, they're giving women an opportunity to play hockey in the desert, something that literally did not seem like a possibility a few years ago. Before we know it, the men's team will be ranked, competing with the big dogs from the East Coast, then the women will be playing at the NCAA level. The result of a Peoria native looking to provide an opportunity for girls in Arizona, putting together a program while still attending college on the other side of the country. Call me crazy, but I think this whole college hockey thing is going to keep growing in Tempe, and quickly. That's right, folks. Arizona State is well on its way to becoming a hockey school. That's the way it is. We're going to move from volleyball over to football, Chaz, and I think you know what's coming here. Manny Wilkins, we saw a few hurdles from him last year. Now look what he does here against Washington. Running, up he goes, and over the Washington defender, hitting the ground. Let's watch that one more time. Manny Wilkins, incredible stuff there. Super slow motion, up and over. You know, I
nice
know
play.
Todd Graham doesn't like seeing that, but I think it's fun to watch.